Fucking, I have my thing up. Son of a bitch. Oh, it's because it's so weird. Here we go.
Welcome to Talk to Keki, Matt and Iran.
Konnichiwa.
Minasan. O genki desu ka?
Guys, this is not really an anime episode today.
Surprise, surprise.
This is technically, I guess it's a Keki Shop if we're gonna get technical. We're gonna talk about WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's true. I could rename it. Do you want me to rename everything to Keki Shop?
Oh, you're good. We just do it in after.
I can't do it in post, so I got to do it kind of.
Well, he could do it. Well, he could do it in post.
Sean, yes, indeed, Sean can do it in post.
But we were gonna do a couple of finales with this, but I didn't have time, and I thought we were having people too, so we didn't want to confuse with anime and all of a sudden wrestling.
No, I mean, it would have been a nice little twist. We had a couple of our buddies on, which, by the way, I was able to successfully add our PWH group to the chat. So for those watching or that will be watching on the PWH group, allow us to introduce Matt and I's weekly podcast. This is Talk to Keki, where we normally will talk anime, talk all the latest and greatest in terms of our weekly anime shows that we're watching. However, since Matt and I both share a second love of professional wrestling, we wanted to do a WrestleMania review. We were supposed to do it with JP and Zach. Both are unavailable because of children's needs, understandably so. And so you're getting the two of us today, guys. And as Matt said, we're going to go over WrestleMania. We're going to go over nights 1 and 2 in sequential order, just brief thoughts and ideas.
We're not recapping it. We're just gonna say, hey, we like this match, all that shit, some comments.
Basically, that's gonna be the gist of it. And then I do want to get, Matt, your thoughts for the masses in terms of WWE's sale to Endeavor Media, which is a insanely massive deal, and in my opinion, not a good one for the WWE universe or any of its fans. So we can get into that once we're done with that, and then we'll call it a wrap. So shouldn't be too long, guys. I hope you enjoy the ride. For, like I said, those who are listeners of Talk to Keki, we hope this will give you a little bit of a different perspective in terms of some of the stuff that Matt and I talk about on a damn near daily basis in our groups on Facebook and such, and give you a little bit more depth to our character in terms of anime. A little bit of character depth besides they're one-dimensional and shit. Like, no, we're multifaceted individuals,
And that's damn right.
Damn right. Tell you what.
Damn right. Exactly.
My what's it called? Pizza rolls.
Yep. And we have a Raw after Mania.
We do. I got that up in the background.
So I'm gonna watch in the room, guys. This won't take long. It's not gonna be like our 2 to 3 hour show. It's just this will be quick, so you will get back to your normal scheduled programming, and then we will be back. We'll be back Thursday for a couple of reviews, and then our Keki Awards with Starman.
Ooh, I'm so excited about them, motherfuckers.
There's gonna be a lot of arguments from all of us, I think.
Oh, it's gonna be so great.
Yeah, you for Angel, me for Trigun, and Sean for something.
Gotta think, right? Think.
There's gonna be something for everyone.
Something for everybody.
Alrighty. We're gonna get to the Saturday part of WrestleMania.
Yes. Actually, something I just thought about that. I have to let me leave the PWH group open because of the fact that Facebook comments don't register on here. So that will be a bit of a pain in the dick. So I might as well leave this open in the interim. Okay, we'll leave that there while I change the background because this is a special WrestleMania edition. Yay!
Yay!
Derp, 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 the derp, derp, derp.
Derp, derp, derp.
All right, buddy. Let's get this underway.
Alrighty, the first match, United States title match, Austin Theory and John Cena.
I didn't. I should have expected that to go the way it did, and somehow I didn't. I was under the impression that it would be kind of the way that it did end up being. I made the jokes with my friends when they were with me. I was like, "Yo, why does it feel like fucking? It's like do a move, taunt button, do a move, taunt button, do a move, taunt button." That was literally like half the match. I mean, it went as expected. John Cena dominated early on. I expected him to dominate more, honestly, than what he did. But credit to Theory, they booked him to win. I mean, everyone talks shit about Theory being the chosen one. The guy that the new Roman that they're going to be shoving him down our throats. But for all of Theory's flaws, Theory is a very polished wrestler at such a young age. He's no MJF, but he's got the world in front of him. And so for his first real WrestleMania showcase, I thought it was really well. He got to pin a future WWE Hall of Famer. The match wasn't bad by any means. It was a typical WWE match. It wasn't going to be no special spot fest. It wasn't going to be anything like you see on AEW Dynamite or anything that we saw later on in the night. It did what it did.
No, I really liked this match. It was a basic wrestling match. I feel like there will be a rematch down the road.
I think so.
I enjoy Theory, I think a little bit more than you. He is something I
watch WWE programming like that.
I do think he is a future top guy.
Yeah.
With how he was with Vince, it wasn't going so well, but at the same time, he was getting TV time, so it shows that they have faith in him in that type of heel. And fighting John Cena and beating John Cena was that step in the right direction. I was not expecting a low blow. That's why I feel like there will be a rematch.
I mean, you expected him to beat him clean? I didn't expect that.
Maybe a dirty tactic or something that Cena.
Gee, what's a low blow, Matt? A dirty fucking tactic.
Not like that, but like exposed turnbuckle by accident from that Cena set up, or
Cena wouldn't do a turnbuckle spot.
Just to fuck with him, he would.
Cena's cleaner than fresh pussy out the shower, dude. He's not gonna fucking do that.
Well, his ball spot ain't clean.
Yeah, the ball spot. That's certainly clean, Mr. Fucking clean ass head. Yeah,
that was distracted.
It's funny though, at least. Nothing else. It's funny.
But no, the right guy definitely did win the match. I am curious who is going to take it off him, but he should have it for a few more months to build it up, because I think both mid cards need to be established again.
Yeah, but I feel like something. Who are you watching? Raw?
No, I don't.
On cue, Rey Mysterio is cutting a promo, and Austin Theory comes out to talk.
Okay, all right.
So there's Austin Theory's next feud is with the
match tonight.
The fresh WWE Hall of Famer, Rey Mysterio.
Yep.
Good on him.
But what'd you call it? I give it a 3 out of 5.
Oh, I forgot we should have put star ratings. I should have put that we're gonna do star ratings. I give it like 2 3/4 star.
That's fair. Yeah, rather. So an average match.
Very average, but not. And I just want to say, by the way, before we continue, night 1 I felt didn't have a miss. Like there was a couple matches that were okay, but there was not a single miss. Night 2 had some misses, which we'll get into later.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a bit.
I was thoroughly disappointed in comparison to night 2 compared to night 1.
I was hoping one of the other matches delivered, but
I did as well.
We'll talk about that Hell in a Cell train wreck.
Indeed, we shall.
Yeah. Fatal 4-Way, Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford defeated Alpha Academy with Chad Gable Notice, Braun Strowman, Ricochet, and of course with the Viking Raiders.
I didn't expect this match to be anything. I thought this is a waste of a match. Like,
I thought it'd be like a 5-minute. Someone does a signature move and a tag team move. They'll get their one spot in real quick, and then someone gets to win.
Basically, the women's match that we saw the next day.
Yeah.
That was totally worthless.
Never change WWE.
Never changed WWE.
Yeah, but this turned out a little better than I expected. As we said, we
A
expected
little
to be like
better.
a
I
5 minute.
thought it turned out a lot better than expected.
Yeah, no, like it's just something we did not expect at all. Everyone delivered surprisingly. Mostly Chad Gable, and I love this.
I hate his gimmick though. His gimmick is such ass.
I know. I hope it ends.
It's such
tonight.
ass, bro. Otis has potential too, and he's wasted doing all that stupid shit. And he's with
Otis is straight up. Well. This is fine for Otis. He's a straight up comedy character. Chad Gable needs to do something.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, but there's so many guys you could say that about, the Mustafa Ali's and the list.
Well, the Ali needs to go away.
I like Ali.
I do too, which is this
Ali in AEW for the TNT title would be great. Like, honestly, and I've said this in the past, I feel like AEW would do its best if they made the TNT title similar to like an X division, or make the All Atlantic title once they get it off of Pockets, make it an X division. Even Pockets fits the X division like motif. They should make it like the X division. He would fit great in an X division. If he went to Impact, if Ali went to Impact, he would be a bona fide star. I kid you not.
No, I will see him and Trey Miguel fight it out.
That would be fucking fabulous. Him and Chris Bay, fabulous. Him and Ace Austin, fabulous. Right?
I'm big fans of Bay and Austin. They're top guys for sure.
In
their respective divisions.
Yeah, agreed.
But I want Ricochet to move on with Braun already. No.
I mean, they make a decent team.
I make it as a team, but I like to see a little more fair Ricochet.
Oh, they're doing a match right now. Theory and Rey Mysterio. They rang the bell. Collar and elbow tie up. Austin Theory
dominates. For the belt or no?
Don't think so.
Okay.
It will be once Mysterio wins.
Probably. But I also nice spot with Ricochet's shooting star bouncing on the ropes.
Oh, that was really good.
Especially with how the camera was really was like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Street Profits, they're growing on me more. Like
I've always loved the Street Profits. Like outside of the Usos and New Day, they're the only real team. Even though it's plainly obvious that WWE wants to move forward, Montez Ford into a singles push, which would be
Dawkins too. They could do something with Dawkins too.
He's more limited though. I love Dawkins, but
he definitely has a charisma to keep himself alive a little bit.
Yeah, I just hope they don't like put him in those stupid commercials. Like he had the up down segment, and he just made a stupid face the entire fucking time.
Yeah, that was weird. But
it's corny. I don't want to see. Corny. That's why I don't really watch the WWE.
They have to revive that tag division. We'll get to them later, but
maybe with a certain team called the Revival.
We'll find out Wednesday.
We shall find out Wednesday, indeed, sir. Yeah, by the way, I just thought about this. Do you want to expand this to? Did you watch Ring of Honor?
No.
Okay, so we can't do Ring of Honor. You did watch. No. You did watch Stand and Deliver though.
No, I was working, and by the time I got home, it was time for WrestleMania.
Okay, fair enough. Never mind.
I'll probably watch some of it tomorrow.
That's fair enough. I got a fan watching Bloodsport. That's the first indie event that I was watching.
Right. I give this 3.5.
3.25.
Yeah, right there. Definitely a solid match.
It was, like I said, it was very surprising, very unexpected. We got a lot of spots, a lot of fun moments, and it over delivered considering it was very undervalued going into the program, and was just basically a letdown match. And that's what these two showcases were. Like, yeah, it's to establish a potential number one contender for the tag teams, but they were in essence letdown matches.
So. Yeah, exactly. All right. The next one, Seth Rollins and Logan Paul.
This was fabulous, and this was
a lot of fun.
For all the shit we talk about, and people talk about Logan Paul. Yes, he's not a good human being, but that motherfucker can wrestle. He dedicated much the way Jake Paul has dedicated himself to professional boxing. Logan Paul has dedicated himself to his athletic adventures, and it pays dividends. Logan Paul is a natural in the ring. He exudes charisma. He's got all the athleticism, and he's able to hang with a guy like Seth Rollins, and many other WWE superstars. You can arguably say that he's got a higher ceiling, and he performs way better. And that's something Triple H said in his the post conference, I believe. And somebody had asked him about Logan Paul, and they said like, oh, you know, we have WWE superstars that complain like, oh, all these celebrities, they come in and work like part-time schedules, they're not there every day. And he's like, you know what happens when the celebrities outperform the guys? Like, hey, he had a better match than you would have probably had. Like, what does that say? You know? And that's Logan Paul for sure.
Yeah, Logan Paul's a star. That really
He is.
I know it's gonna piss off the hardcore fan there, but no, like he gets it. He sells, he has pacing, he knows when to hit his shit. It looks amazing when he does it. He has the charisma, he can talk. Yeah. He has the look of a top guy when you see him. Especially as a heel, it's because he's a prick of a human being.
Yeah.
And if he was a full-time guy, yeah, he would be WWE champion. 100%.
JP's joining, by the way. So
yep. Oh, he is joining. Okay.
He is joining, yeah. So we'll have a special guest here, guys.
Yeah, a little bit. Group. But
invite link, so he'll pop up.
But no, great match. Seth definitely needed this win.
100%. And you know, it was Logan Paul's final deal on his contract for now. You know, it makes sense that he would do the honors.
I would throw him a lot of money.
Oh, you know they will. He's not going to make bad money, but he'll get his money. And you know, at the end of the day, that's all the Paul brothers are really about. You know, it's all about the money. It's all about, you know, trying to get the best value for your work, considering your work isn't there a lot, but when you do work, it's phenomenal. So yeah, I agree. The KSI spot was funny.
Yes, that was so much fun with the mascot.
And that was unexpected considering KSI and has beef in the past with the Ball brothers. So that was a nice little twist. I thought the placement of the mascot there was great. We'll talk about another match later on where I thought the placement of the mascot was totally stupid. Did not like that at all. And yeah, but no, like I said, a lot of great spots, a lot of good storytelling, all things considered. Seth Rollins went after the titanium reinforced hand. That was a really nice spot. Logan Paul gave up the hand in order to land the shot, but he hurt himself, couldn't follow up in time, kick out at 2. And then of course we got all the athletic marvels that we got, including Logan Paul jumping from the what's it called, from the ring up to the top rope immediately to then do that moonsault that he missed. But it was, like I said, it was a wonderfully fun match, no doubt. And here is JP. Hello, JP.
Hey, how you doing?
You are the absolute worst, Ethan. I was sitting here for like an hour waiting for this link.
You said me too. In the chat, you're like, oh, what's it called? Zach is like, oh, you know, something with my son, da da da, and he's like, yeah, same boat,
but
bro.
I never said I couldn't do it.
So you replied back where it says, I want to, but my kid is sitting there for my wife is miserable. Same boat, bro. That to me indicates you will not do
You are
it.
the absolute worst. That's what it indicates.
It's not. Anyway, let's give JP the opportunity to talk. We already gone over the first 2 matches. What did you think about our opening match with Cena and
I honestly did not care. I honestly did not care about the match.
Okay.
It was a typical Cena match.
Okay.
Everyone knew Theory was going to win, so Cena had to put the young guy over.
Okay, fair enough. What did you think about our second match, the men's tag team showcase match?
A very fun match to watch. Street Profits won. I think the right team won.
Yes.
A lot of high flying. Very fun match to watch. Dawkins running over Bronson was a nice highlight added to that match.
Yes, indeed.
Right.
Yeah.
And what would you give the star ratings for both of those matches, sir?
The Cena match, I'll probably give it 2 3/4 stars.
That's what I gave it. Matt gave it 3.
And
okay.
That's a nice move. Well, sorry, I'm watching Raw too.
Yeah, so we got it in the background.
The 4 corners tag match, I'll probably give it maybe around 3.5 stars.
That's what I did.
That's fair. That's what Matt gave it. I gave it 3 1/4, so that's fair. And then we just talked about the Logan Paul right as you came on. Your thoughts on the Logan Paul and Seth Rollins match, sir?
Oh, me?
No, the fucking posters behind me.
Yeah. We already talked about it.
Yeah. Give you the opportunity to catch up.
Oh, it was a very good match. Logan Paul is showing why he's the best athletic celebrity to ever compete in WWE.
Yep.
That is fair. Yes.
So again, the right guy won the match because it wouldn't have made any sense for Logan Paul to win it. And I think this is probably pushing Rollins towards the eventual rematch with Roman Reigns. God knows when that's happening. But
We'll talk about that toward the end of the show. Yes, sir.
but yeah, Rollins is once again a very good babyface. Can't go wrong with whichever role.
By the way, we should talk real quick about what the fuck he was wearing in his intro. What the Jeff Jarrett 1994 fucking dominatrix style fucking clothing mixed with Corella Deville if she dipped herself in like pink fucking paint.
God, fucking kidding me. Goddamn feud's never even end. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
It will never be over.
It'll never be over. And yep, here comes fucking Judgment Day on Raw.
No, I'm watching this fucking Dominic come and interfere.
Yeah, that's it. Here comes Judgment Day on Raw. Yeah. No. All right. So, what are your star ratings on that match, sir?
I'll give it 4 stars.
4 stars. Okay.
4.25.
I'll go 4.
All right. Alrighty, 6-man tag match. Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish beat Damage Control, which is Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky.
I thought this match was, I wouldn't say a letdown, and I wouldn't call it a miss, but
it's how you expected it to go.
It is how I expected it to go, but I expected a little bit more. And in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have because of the fact that Because of the fact that both Lita and Trish aren't active competitors. They're not out there in the same light as the other 4 women. So I expected to see good things. We did get to see good things, but I somehow expected more, and that perhaps was my bad. Like I said, I don't think it was a miss as we get Baby Amora on the show. Hello. But yes,
we got a little one here.
You got the little one there. But yeah, so no, it was still solid for what it was. Out of all the matches in night 1, I thought that was like the lowest match of it. So
right.
Whatever. Regardless, though, still fun. Matt, your thoughts?
Like I said, it was just a basic 6-man tag match. It didn't feel like a real feud or like there was like no.
And Bad Bunny punched Dominic in the face. Sorry.
What an absolute geek Dominic is.
And Damian Priest is going after Bad Bunny. Oh shit!
Oh my god! This is
I thought we have a special Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
we got a tag match for Backlash now.
Yeah, that was expected. Anyway, continue, sir.
Here comes the clothesline. Oh,
but basic match. People perform well. Lita and Trish are fine despite being hard time right now.
Hold on. Damian Priest just threw a horrible clothesline at Bad Bunny.
I mean, Bad Bunny's not an active competitor, so he has to be a little gentle. He has to be a little gentle, is all.
Dude, sorry, Matt. Watch the replay. It doesn't matter about Bad Bunny.
I will watch it later.
Terrible clothesline.
All right, Matt, your thoughts. Again,
basic match. Everyone performed well, especially with limitations from the part-timers. I was expecting the Trish turn there, but that did not happen.
Me too.
I did not. I didn't call it. I was just like, no, I don't think so. Don't think so.
Like, yeah, they'll do that.
To a table.
Excellent. Very good.
He got murdered. He got murdered in that choke slam.
He did.
He did. He's holding his ear. Okay.
But yeah, I give this 2 3/4.
2 3/4 stars. I would give it 2.5. JP, your thoughts on the match?
I mean, the match was all right. Like Matt just said, I was expecting Trish to turn on the team to eventually set up Becky and Trish at SummerSlam, but
that was not to be.
All 6 women, they did work hard, which I will give them that credit.
Indeed, yes, sir.
Yeah, like Mel, we get at 2 3/4 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably go around that range.
I said 2.5, so good enough. Fair enough. Right. Next match.
And who knows what Bailey's talking about in that tweet after the.
We'll see what happens to. Maybe Damage Control goes their separate ways. I don't know.
Well, it depends on what
Bad Bunny's entourage is so. Bad Bunny's entourage is so useless. He ain't saving his own guy. He's just letting his ass kick. Useless entourage. Sorry.
Well, it's not real. So.
All right, now Rey and Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, we just saw the follow up on that.
What a nice segue. What a nice segue.
What a nice segue.
That was a fun match.
You know something?
Yes.
I hate. First off, two things. I hated, as I mentioned previously, with the placement of the fucking cinnamon toast crunch fucking mascot. That was stupid and unnecessary. Purely WWE with
Dom
their
had to
cash grab
show.
antics.
He had to show his
Hated it.
dad why kids love cinnamon toast crunch.
It fucking such a shit place to put it. If anything, they could have put that fucking placement in like the tag match that everybody didn't really care about. They should have done it there probably.
No, I was like, oh shit, Bray Wyatt walked out. We paid the cinnamon toast crunch guy. What do we do, pal?
Just quickly, we signed Bo Dallas. He needs to do something. Put him in the cinnamon toast fucking crunch.
I understood that it was NXT Soul Ruka in that cinnamon toast crunch costume.
Oh really?
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yes.
But no, and the other thing I hated was the fact that they called the classic that Rey Mysterio came out as a lowrider. It is not a lowrider. That's a dunk. What he came out in with the fucking the classic with the fucking 26-inch wheels, that's not a lowrider. You know what a lowrider does? It bounces up and down and goes sideways, and that's a classic lowrider. He didn't come out in a lowrider. I haven't seen one person call it the proper name because that's a Southern car. Even though they're in Southern California, he came out in a South car. That's the shit that you see in the South. I see it here in Florida. You see it in Houston. You see it in Alabama, Atlanta, wherever you want to go in the South. You're going to finally see somebody with a car like that. So that was not a lowrider. That also annoyed me. In terms of the match, though, like you said, I agree, Matt. A very, very, very fun match.
That's it was Dom's best match of his career.
100%, JP.
Yeah.
Dom's best match that he's ever had.
Dom is the most improved for rookies. Yeah, no, like he has a personality. He can talk now. He's getting there. He's getting his confidence now.
Ethan, think about when he debuted. Think about when he debuted to now.
He was younger boy. Hated talking and looked like a baby boy.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Turning heel was the best thing for him to happen. So
yeah. The belt spot was great. We should have had a chancleta spot.
Yeah, no,
as a Spanish person, we should have definitely had a chancleta spot, but the belt spot was very nice.
Well, the mom didn't give him a chancleta, so he had a belt on him.
Should have given him the heel at a chancleta.
Yeah, she should have already. Like, I will send you to Jesus.
You want to know what one of my favorite moments was? It was when fucking Dominic threw the drink at Aaliyah's face. And the first thing, if you watch it in slow-mo, when they did it in slow-mo, she spits. And I'm waiting to see the fucking Reddit gif. I want to see the gif of her spitting for all the sexual jokes and innuendos that are going to come from that. That's what I want to see.
Will you stop it?
That I'm like, well, she's a spitter, bro. That's unfortunate. But no, seriously.
Nice stuff. And I like the Bad Bunny punch.
What's up, baby?
To get involved.
Yep, and that set up the things that we just described earlier in the show with now presumed tag match at Backlash in Puerto Rico between Ray and Bad Bunny versus Dom and Damian Priest. So, but no, like I said, very fun match, best match.
Probably lose too. Spoiler.
Yeah, he'll lose.
Bad Bunny, so.
Yeah, of course. In Puerto Rico, there's no way you don't put him over. And Bad Bunny can actually go in the ring. He's not fucking half bad himself. He's no Logan Paul, but at the same time, he's no Floyd Mayweather. He's no fucking Maria Menounos.
But for someone that's not an athlete, I think he's better in that regard.
100%. And you have to give Logan Paul his credit as well. He basically went the Pat McAfee route, where he basically kind of dedicated himself, got himself a wrestling ring, moved himself from wherever he was living in, presumably Puerto Rico, moved to Orlando to train for his matches from last year's WrestleMania. I assume he's going to be doing the same thing now. I don't know what his touring schedule is like, or whatever the case may be, but I imagine he's going to be in the PC very often, getting himself prepared for that match, trying to, pull out more stops than what he has the last time, show a little bit more. So very much looking forward to that. In terms of the match itself, I would give it 4 stars.
3 3/4. Dom was a little bit sloppy at some spots, but again, he did perform very well. Now I just hope he can stay that over without his dad. That's the real test now.
And then eventually without Judgment Day, that'll be the second test. By the way, that spot that Ray took when Dom countered the Hurricanrana and Ray went face first into the bottom turnbuckle was wicked.
I was like, oh god.
That's like a throwback to like the old Rey Mysterio Eddie Guerrero matches there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That spot. So,
JP, your thoughts on the match as a whole? Anything else you want?
I mean, like I said, it's Dom's best match. Mysterio looked great. Ray looked great as well. They both told a very good story that also involved Aaliyah and Ray's wife. And yeah, a very good match, fun match. Bad Bunny made sure justice was served for Dom, and I probably give around 4 stars as well. They both also worked very hard. It was also one of the more anticipated matches of that card for that Saturday show. So.
Alrighty, Rhea Ripley.
Yes.
Rhea Ripley beating Charlotte Flair.
About time.
About time. No, this was long overdue. Rhea failed twice to beat her when she was champion in both occasions.
Yep.
And this was their best match.
By far. This was, honestly, you can probably say this is probably one of the better women's matches of the last, 5 to 7 years.
Since Bayley and Sasha.
I 100% agree. If you're not watching Stardom in terms of American women's wrestling, this by far was one of the best possible matches you can seriously watch. It was absolutely stellar. They kicked ass. That was definitely one of those things where it's like, yo, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. You beat the shit out of me. We apologize later. They pulled out all the stops. Well, not all the stops. Charlotte didn't do her corkscrew moonsault. She only did a regular moonsault. But regardless, it was simply a phenomenal match. Yeah, it was simply a phenomenal match. I was at the edge of my seat. We knew the outcome, but despite the fact that we knew the outcome, it absolutely delivered. It was impactful. It was Rhea's time. This was, even though I believe, and most people believe, Rhea is already a star, this was 1000% a true star-making performance for Rhea Ripley.
Right.
I loved the fuck out of this match. If it wasn't for the match that we're going to talk about next, as well as the Gunther match that we'll talk about in a little bit, this might have been the match of both nights, in my opinion.
Right.
5 stars.
But yeah, again, great women's match. Rhea is a star. She is now. She was always a top female, but this showed she's gonna be a main eventer. She has that
for a long
she's
time.
A badass.
She is a Grand Slam champion, and she's only 26 years of age. That is
this
incredible.
As I know, people wanted Rhea and Bianca, but you're also building up Bianca. These are the top two. If you put them against each other, it's not a good look right now.
Yes.
When they're more established, yeah, absolutely. But for now, she needed to beat Charlotte to get there because she is the woman in the division. Whether we like it or not, it is Charlotte.
It is Charlotte. She's one, and no matter what people say about her, no matter all the stuff that she's been granted in her time because of nepotism, she is still one of the top 5, top 10, without a doubt, across the planet, female wrestlers she showed why, and again, another credit to Rhea. Rhea never once looked out of place. I never felt as if Charlotte was the one leading the match entirely. I had true faith that, Rhea, she could handle herself, and clearly so did Charlotte. And with that trust and that level of skill in the ring, it translated to an absolutely stellar performance. Absolutely wonderful. Like I said, I love the shit out of it. I gave it 5 stars. That's a 5-star match for me.
Yeah, 5-star for me as well.
JP?
It gets it for me too. 5 stars all the way. Rhea won with that super riptide. Same way she beat Shayna Baszler at NXT for that women's title.
Right.
A few years ago.
Yes.
Rhea Ripley is only 26 years old. It's astonishing.
It is quite astonishing, and it's not one of those bullshit Grand Slams that we've seen at different points.
Well, she's a legitimate singles Grand Slam winner.
Yes.
I think now WWE is also acknowledging her being the NXT UK Women's Champion as well. So
they have, which is nice. Makes me wonder why they don't acknowledge Charlotte and a couple of the other girls with the Divas title, because that's still a relevant title.
I think they went against us way far from that Divas title. How shitty the title was. Whatever.
Yeah, but
I'm pretty sure people will know for sure because there's those quote unquote smart fans that know that for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
If WWE does not want to acknowledge it, it's on them really. But
yeah, but for all the bullshit that we had to endure with the Divas division at that point, Beth Phoenix was the one who carried it first, and then I always say AJ Lee is the one who made that title really what it was. People will say Nikki Bella, and she had a great run herself with it, no doubt about it. She was definitely but she was definitely an improved wrestler, especially toward the end of that run. And so it had its moments, but yes, compared to what we have now, night and day difference.
What are you doing?
Yeah, it was still good as JP talks to his little baby girl.
Yeah, this is what's going on here.
Yeah.
Parent life, guys. Matt and I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I never will. But
Just give you guys a quick update on Raw. Steen Erico, the tag team champions of the world, are in the ring right now.
Yes. Still wearing
there's gonna be an open challenge for the tag team titles tonight. So they're dressed
probably Street Profits will show up.
Yeah, because they won the thing.
Yep, calling Street Profits. All right, let's move on to the main event of night one.
Speaking of them, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens beating the Usos for the undisputed World Tag Team Championships. Finally,
24 minutes. It took 24 minutes.
Yep, a tag team title match has main evented WrestleMania, and it deserves the main event spot.
It
absolutely
did. It was
Usos.
Funny thing Kevin Owens said in the press after the show. He says that it's the first time in the 38 years that a tag team match has main events at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I sat there thinking, like, what's the first one? Like,
the
Hogan,
Mr. T
versus Bob,
Piper and
Orndorff. I was like,
yes,
right.
That is fair.
And again, Usos have earned this so much from their matches cut off to save time, to being in pre-show almost all their matches except for last year where it was an opening, like a week opening, to now be in the main events. Both Usos, they developed so much as characters, especially Jay. The way they talk, the way their facial expressions, they do all this, the whole storytelling of Bloodline. I know people wanted Sammy to win it, but honestly, Sammy is better chasing the belt than winning the belts.
There's that aspect. You have to admit, though, and I've always said that if Jimmy, it's Jimmy the one that has the problems. If Jimmy was not related to Roman Reigns, they would not be in that spot, especially with all of his past issues and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
But no, I love, again, it's nice to see a proper Kevin and Sammy teaming up, not just like a random angle like they did before with Shane and Danielson.
Right.
Like it's an actual genuine brotherhood type thing from like you see in PWG, Chikara, ROH.
Right.
And they're finally getting that moment together. Like the false finishes here, they meant something.
It was theater. I kept saying it. This is theater. That was pure theater. That, to me, that match is the best of WWE. WWE is always known for its storytelling more than it is its in-ring action. But when you're able to combine the in-ring action with the talent of...
Especially people that fans legit give a shit about instead of just a random pop.
Exactly. It was not a match just thrown together. Like, this was... built upon built upon built for months and months and months. And yeah, it's not as gratifying as Sammy winning the belt like he should have probably in Montreal. But, at the same time, like, credit where credit's due. Like I said, this was pure theater.
Shit. You guys called it. Street Profits are on the way to the ring.
Yep.
All right. That'll be a fun match.
Yep.
By the way, Steen and Generic are still wearing the PWG gear.
Notice that.
Well, they're still in Cali, so.
They're still in Cali. We'll see how long it keeps on. But no, like I said, this was... I loved it. I was on the edge of my seat, like you said.
Yeah, there were times I thought Usos would retain, like the one being how weak Sammy looked.
They all mattered. Like it was, you were on the edge of your seat the entire time. It was absolutely fabulous. I laughed because they threw more super kicks than the Young Bucks have thrown in their matches, and God knows how long.
Yeah, but it's a fresh kick. Let's just be real. It's a fresh
kick. I know,
but they can't sell fresh kick. Super kick sounds cooler.
It's Shawn Michaels. I know, but no, this was easily 5-star. This is probably honestly like
it's a 5-star match.
5 1/4, 5 to 5 1/4. It was that great.
Yeah, and the right team won, and we'll get to that later on.
And you know what we're going to get now? We're going to get fresh matchups because the Usos have gone through every single team twice over. That's one of the reasons why they really never defended their titles, and they kept them for so long because there was nothing really fresh. There was nobody that could really
especially the Taste tag team. So
yes, now we're going to get fresh matchups with Sammy and KO. I don't think that their run will last terribly long, all things considered, but you know.
But I don't. Do you see the Usos getting them back? Be the ones to get them back.
No,
All right. So you
I
think it'll
don't.
be a new take?
I think that this is, especially if you paid attention, by the way, or before we got on the air, I believe, or right as we got on the air, the Usos went over
told to
to
go
Roman
home.
Reigns' locker room.
Yeah, and I'll get to Usos when we talk about the main event because I think it's gonna be something important for that story later. But we'll get to that in a bit. But are we guys ready for Sunday?
Well, JP, what are your final thoughts on the show?
I mean, it's one of the best tag team matches. I mean, you talk about the Usos and like Kevin Owens also said, "Hey, gentle." Like Kevin Owens said in the press conference, he said he gives all the credit in the world to the Usos. He says everybody loves the Usos, which is correct. But he also says they're the most underappreciated team right now, and he is kind of right in a way. Because when they got rid of that face paint and that dance and all that, and they transformed to like the Uso penitentiary stuff, is when they strapped the rocket to them, and they just had consistent banger after banger match. And especially like you say, you think your favorite Hell in a Cell matches with the New Day and the Usos.
Yeah, one of my favorite PG Hell in a Cells of all time is definitely that.
So the Usos raised that prestige for those tag team titles.
Right.
That
100%.
Like you said, the right team won. You know, I'm happy for Steen and Generico.
Yep.
You know, like you said, former ROH tag champs, PWG tag champions. You know, they've never won the tag team titles in the WWE until now. Kevin Owens is finally a Grand Slam champion in the WWE.
That's true.
So,
3-star Steenerico.
Yeah, you look at it like that. I don't know if they won tag team titles up in Canada and the Indies. I don't know. I'm pretty sure someone eventually look it up in Wikipedia and look it up.
Yeah, you will, JP.
I definitely will not, dude. I know.
Hold on. Let me see.
Hey, go for it. Hey, look at that. They're making a big George Foreman movie. How about that?
Yeah, I'm actually interested in it. All things considered.
Like you said, it's gonna be fresh matchups.
They only won the PWG tag belts.
You know, I'm pretty sure Steen and Generico were multiple-time tag team champions with other partners, but probably the only time they won was together. Yeah. Probably during the time they were the team in ROH, so it made sense, I guess.
The only one. No, they were ROH too. PWG and ROH.
It's 3-star Steenerico. Star rating, JP?
I give it 5 stars. I mean, it's rare that you get a back-to-back 5-star match.
Yeah.
From WWE.
Yeah.
You won't get it because Much is going to give it 4.75. He'll probably give both of them 4.75.
It doesn't matter. I mean, Meltzer says that the Ripley Shaw match is probably the best women's match in US
if wrestlers really care
about star ratings,
Dave's ratings, then get a new career. Like Dave does not increase your pay every time you get a 5-star match. He doesn't sign your checks.
Right.
He's just a guy writing poorly. Like writing poorly written shit.
He gets people talking regarding the star ratings. Like even
I know, but you can't go like, I hope I get a 5-star today. Like, no, like you wrestle. You don't need fucking Dave's approval. Jesus Christ.
It's like that's the whole thing. Like, you know, but some of Meltzer's ratings I sometimes agree with. And I sit back and watch it, but it's like I disagree with some of the ratings sometimes. I'm like
the top guys that everyone still talks about. They don't give a fuck about his ratings because it's their stuff. They make money. They know they're talked about. They don't have to go. I hope he likes this 450 Canadian Destroyer. I did.
Well, no, that's a lie because Kenny Omega's a top star, and I think he certainly cares about Meltzer's ratings.
But you know, like I said, I'm happy for Steen and Generico. You know, Generico kicked out of that the 3D, 1D,
yes.
how we're gonna call it.
I thought that was it.
Yeah, I definitely thought that was it, especially when they kicked him 15,000 times.
And Kevin got kicked out beforehand too. It was like,
to my recollection, because I've watched so much wrestling pretty much my entire life, I think he's the second person I've ever seen kick out of the 3D because Chris Sabin kicked out of the 3D.
Yeah, the Machine
Impact.
Guns did.
So and I was like, wow. So the fact that the Usos keep using the 3D and they still keep winning, it's a nice little shout out to the Dudleys
Yeah, I'm sure Bully Ray didn't mind that their finisher got kicked out in the main event of WrestleMania.
I don't think he cared about. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
No,
he
I think he loved it for sure. Because I know he was praising it.
He
praising
praised both.
It's like I think he'd be fine if people don't keep kicking out of it consistently. But if it's like a big show like Mania, then I'm guessing Bully Ray would be perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure Devon was perfectly fine about it too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, right team won. You know, like I said, Steen and Generico did the press conference. They shouted out Super Dragon and PWG, and they shouted out the Briscoes as well. And Kevin Owens almost cried at the end of the press conference. So shouting out Jay Briscoe.
He almost cried in the ring when they won.
Yeah. So, well, yeah. You know, strap yourselves for the Steen Jericho because, like you said, fresh matchups. I assume with the Street Profits, Judgment Day, Alpha Academy,
potentially the Revival.
Who knows? I honestly don't know what's going on with FTR. We'll find out on Wednesday. I'm pretty sure we'll get our answers on Wednesday because I'm pretty sure if they fucking win, then
Punk's
basically
coming back
it's basically a lock that CM Punk is coming back. So
yeah.
I'd imagine so.
If not, then
that is 100% lock. So, and then you'd be getting ready for that Punk and FTR against the Elite. You're probably down.
Well, no math rate, 6 to 8 months. So
is it 6 to 8 months or 6 to 8 weeks? Because he opted not to get surgery.
Oh, he's gonna hurt it more.
He's opting to do rehab. But he said
it's a partial tear. He's just hoping like the time, similar to what Tanahashi did.
6 to 8 weeks. So the same thing. So now you got a bigger problem in AEW because now you got the Black
BBC
Comic Club, the Elite feud, and now you got no Matt Jackson for 6 to 8 weeks. So what do you do now?
The BBC.
Yep. They're
yeah, but what do you do now? Because now it's a 4-on-3 advantage now.
They'll probably get Ibushi and he can fuck off again.
Yeah, that's what I said. They'll get Ibushi in there. He'll work his once a month.
But then who are you gonna add as a fifth to the Blackpool Combat Club? Like really?
You can find somebody that fits.
They can find someone that's not a midget.
Daniel Garcia.
Daniel Garcia.
Yeah, I'm tired of it.
Oh man!
All right. Brock Lesnar versus Omos.
This was better than I expected, given the time, given the limitations.
Less than 5 minutes. Yeah.
It did what it was supposed to. The match definitely did what it was supposed to. I had no qualms with the match. Omos, that was basically the best that Omos has ever looked.
Yeah.
It was. Oh, I'm sorry.
I think so. I mean, I watched very limited.
I mean, aside from squashing AJ Styles, the rest of his shit has been good.
Yeah, dude. Like the
Elias match was horrendous. So
I made the joke. I made the joke to my friends. I was like, imagine if 1994 Undertaker, when he faced Giant Gonzalez, got to face Omos instead.
Yeah,
that would be actually. I guarantee you that would probably be one of the better WrestleMania Taker matches. Go figure.
Maybe, yeah, but
that's not saying much. That's not saying much, dude.
But it'll be better than Giant Gonzalez match. So
it would be 1,000% better than Giant Gonzalez. But no, it did what it was supposed to. 2 1/4.
Being generous.
Probably. Probably.
Yeah. Brock, he sold well for him. I thought almost was gonna powerbomb him in the beginning when he like tossed him. I was like, he could just quickly powerbomb him. He could just do that right now.
I was really hoping that Omos came out like for his entrance with a bunch of white slaves. I would have loved that.
What?
That's what I was hoping for.
Oh my god, stop it. that would have been Apollo Crews when he had that gimmick.
That's true. That is true.
But no, I like that they were building up to Brock finally hitting the F5 and then the German.
Only one F5.
Yeah, I'm glad I took this one F5. I was expecting her business reunion there just to get Lashley on the show, and it turns out he was just smiling, waving.
That was a waste of time. Lashley was a waste of time. That sucked for Lashley. 100%.
Yeah, he went from being WWE champion last year to that.
You know what would have been a great random matchup is Lashley versus Bronson Reed.
That would have been fun.
No, people wanted Bobby Lashley against LA Knight.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
I just wanted LA Knight on the show. I just wanted to have a promo with
If I'm both of those guys, I am beyond furious with Bray Wyatt and fucking WWE Creative for sticking them with this shit.
Mean, if Bray Wyatt's going through some stuff, I mean, you can't really blame him. But
I mean, what stuff is he going through? Creative differences?
Yeah, that's his
Who
fault.
knows? It's his fault, yeah. But whatever.
Literally, unless like it's something with his family, then 100%. But if it's not, and he's just like upset at the creative direction that you have a lot of input in compared to many of the superstars that are on the roster, you're not gonna find sympathy from me, bro. You just fucked over two like really important guys that are like really established with the
Hell,
crowd.
LA Knight got over more than Bray.
Oh yeah, and you know it's funny because it's rare that, and I agreed with who is it that said that? I think it was Randy Orton said that outside of Bryan Danielson, like no one has gotten over with Bray in any of his feuds. Everybody's come out worse except for Bryan Danielson.
Yeah,
So,
Seth didn't recover for almost 2.5 years.
yeah, Orton was kind of stuck in the mud for a little bit before they pushed him because he's Randy Orton, and he got with Riddle, and that was a godsend for him.
Yeah.
You know, so but no, like I said, it was a waste of time. I felt bad for Lashley. They made him carry the trophy, and I thought he was gonna go to the ring. And I'm like, you're gonna make this son of a bitch carry the fucking trophy, that long fucking ramp? Like, wow, you guys are fucking dirtbags. I can't believe WWE. But he didn't. He just stood on the ring. He did a little princess wave and then move on. But to the back, as JP would say.
Yeah.
To the back.
Yeah, 2.75 for Brock and Omos.
2.75. Okay.
Brock sold well. This is almost his best performance. And again, they did well. It was short and sweet. If it was 10 minutes, yeah, I would rank it a lot lower. It didn't need to be that long. It was the right time.
JP, your thoughts?
Yeah. Match was what it was. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone figured out Brock was going to win, and he wanted to protect. They wanted to protect Omos. Whatever, I guess. I don't know what they're going to do with Omos. Put him in the match with Elias.
Just get him over. I laugh. Elias got zero reaction tonight. He got zero reaction. He got like
they gave up on him.
Yeah, they just he's on the he's on the fucking the Corbin route right now. And I love Baron Corbin. He's in that Corbin. He's like in the same boat as Corbin.
But yeah, for so long, if you like, it's just not working. If you're trying like 7 years and you get no progress, that's it.
It's a
I'll
wrap,
say this.
Dude.
I'll say this. All right. I'll be a little generous. The Brock Omos match, whatever what it was, like I'll give it 2 stars. A lot better than the women's match, the next one, which I'm pretty much going to talk about. But
yeah,
I'm not gonna talk about it. It's boring.
That was a waste of time.
I've never
Ronda
been
Rousey
so
just went outside, did nothing.
Yeah, I've never been so disinterested in Ronda Rousey. Since
and the girls, other than Ronda Rousey, the girls worked really hard, and it's just a shame that that was a complete waste of effort. That didn't need to be on the card. You don't have Bobby Lashley and LA Knight on the card, but you have the women. And I get you have to do all this stuff with inclusion and all of that, but there was no purpose other than to make Ronda Rousey look good with her one move. That was a dud.
What's even worse is Ronda Rousey signaled they want the tag team titles. I'm like, great.
You know what? Let him have him. At this point, let him have him.
And I always hate that. Like, I've always been like the biggest anti-proponent of the women's tag division, not because I don't want to see the women get opportunities, but because they just don't do it right. They book them
they don't have enough. The only ones that do it right is Impact.
Let Impact have that. Right? Let Impact have that. Let some of the girls on the roster go to Impact. And I guarantee you, some of the girls that are on the roster that are like mediocre to shit, they would look a lot better in Impact, all things considered. Again, It doesn't say a lot, as JP would like to point out, but it would be better use than what they're at now, because it's just a waste of time. Like seeing women's tag matches is like seeing a women's match on AEW Rampage. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, 1 3/4.
Dud.
I'll give it a half a star.
I give it a dud rating.
There you go. Gunther, Drew, and Sheamus.
This was not a dud rating.
6
this
stars.
was fucking
6 stars.
Awesome.
That's what that was.
That was fucking awesome, dude. Like
the right guy won. The right guy won the match.
The right guy won. I agree, but I was rooting so hard.
No. There's no buts.
I was rooting so hard for Sheamus.
Yeah, that's a fake. No, Gunther breaking the record is more important than Sheamus being a Grand Slam champion, which they're not going to talk about. With that, they won't talk about a week after.
Sheamus will eventually win the belt. It's fine. The right guy won. We move on. He's gonna break the record. Everyone's gonna rejoice, and it'll be big when he finally loses that belt. And then Gunther's gonna be the world champion.
You know what I want to see? I want to see Sheamus beat him because they said he has to hold it till Survivor Series to get the like a little bit before Survivor Series he'll get the record.
I thought it was SummerSlam. Somebody said SummerSlam.
No, I think it's September.
Yeah, so they said they want to like near Survivor Series. I would love to see Sheamus and Gunther in like an Iron Man match, and that's how Gunther loses.
I like Sheamus and all, right? This fucking guy cannot do 60 minutes in an Iron Man match.
Well, no, you could do a 31, even though I don't consider that Iron Man. But
considering how physical that dude is and Gunther, it's no goddamn way.
Give him a 30-minute Iron Man match.
But this is still the best Sheamus has been in years. So I will say that.
He's
having with the Mega Bros and all this, like Bush,
Pete Dunne
it's been the best he's been since the bar.
Exactly. Yes. So I'm glad he's getting that rejuvenation.
Yeah,
McIntyre looked great.
Yeah,
he looked great. But you know, I guess it was to give him that shine, to give him an important moment, and he didn't take away from the match. But
I do think we'll get a Drew Gunther singles match soon, which would be nice.
Yeah, that will be.
Now, being the heel that Gunther is, he should be like, no, because I pinned McIntyre.
I wish Gunther pinned both of them for that cool vision.
No, I hate that. I hate that fucking spot. If you're not pinning two little job boys, that spot, I hate it. I fucking hate it. No,
I wanted to give them that disrespect.
No, I would have demoted it a full star if they had done that pin.
Hey, listen, I'll give Drew McIntyre this. He took them chops from Gunther like a man.
Oh yeah,
that's what he took it like a man.
All three of those guys took fucking beatings. They took beatings.
If there was a match I'll watch again for Mania, it would probably be this one.
Yeah. So if Gunther breaks the record, who do you think should beat him?
Braun Breaker.
No, I wouldn't mind Braun Breaker.
No,
because he beat Gunther before. Yes.
But like out of the main roster,
Pete Dunne.
What is everyone? Why is everyone doing the DX suck it thing lately? What is going on?
Because half of them work there and they gotta please them.
Yeah, it's kind of lame. They just did the Doomsday Device on Sammy.
No, they did a Doomsday Blockbuster. They did.
Yeah, Doomsday Blockbuster. Yeah, what's called? No,
I could see Braun Breaker, or if they ever call up Ilya.
By the way, speaking of Braun Breaker, shout out to Carmelo Hayes, new NXT World Champion.
Yeah,
well deserved.
Carmelo is someone that is
a star in the making.
Yep,
he is.
I know he probably much won't watch this or hear this, but congratulations to Carmelo Hayes. I hope he gets a pretty good lengthy reign.
The best match on NXT
for like a year.
The best match on NXT was the unsanctioned match, dude. That was the best match of that match.
Grayson Waller has potential to be a top guy. Braun and Carmelo are definitely future stars before.
Dude, Kevin just did the suck it thing, then did a cannonball. What the hell is going on?
Stupid.
All right.
So also, I guess Road Dogg produced it.
Maybe. If you also want to talk a little bit about fucking about NXT, I thought the women worked really hard as well. And I love the moment with Indy and fucking Dexter. I love that that's like their continual storyline in NXT. I love them together, so that was really nice moments. I didn't really care about much else from that standpoint. And I'm glad Grizzled Young Veterans got their release. Hopefully, we'll see them in Britain. I want to see them in Rev Pro so they can eventually go to New Japan.
Progress.
Yes, Progress is making a return back to similar days.
Montez Ford was sitting up doing a time. Oh my God, Montez Ford was sitting up doing a timeout thing when Kevin Owens hit the swanton on him. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So, JP, what's your rating
for the Gunther? 6 stars.
He loved it that much. Matt, your rating?
That was great.
Straight up 5.
I gave it 4 3/4.
All right. Bianca Belair beating Asuka.
I was disappointed in the result. It was a good match. The girls had a lot of pressure to live up to
a little bit of Clash of Styles in the beginning.
Yes, indeed, little Clash of Styles. Like I said, I love the match. I thought they did really well. The Clash of Styles, although it was a bit awkward at first, definitely worked. And Sammy hits the hell of a kick for 1, 2, 3.
Did you see that? Did you see that? That was bizarre. Sam was just standing there waiting for him, to go back, and he had to push him back. That was weird.
Chemistry issues,
That was bizarre.
It's wrestling, damn it.
It's wrestling.
I guess
It's better than
so.
Anna Jay and
That's a-
fucking and Britt
Hey, that's
Baker.
a beautiful.
Oh my
That's a
fucking
beautiful
God.
swanton bomb. I can tell you that right there in the replay.
It was. It wasn't a Jeff Hardy swanton bomb where he fucking just lands ass first on somebody's fucking like stomach.
Can we just turn Monta
Boom.
sucking thing again? God damn it.
But no, anyway, yeah, like I said, a lot of pressure for them to really live up to the girls match from the night before. They did their best a little bit, as you agree, Matt, a Clash of Styles. But it worked itself out. Eventually, they got the kinks out of the system, and they produced a really good match. I was really thinking like this would be Asuka's moment. As I don't recall Asuka ever having a true WrestleMania moment. I thought this
she
would have
lost
been.
all of them.
She's lost all her
She's
WrestleManias.
lost every single Mania match.
WWE, of course, manages to devalue fucking Asuka's greatest gimmick that she's ever had, and that's Murder Kana, Clown Kana.
Did you see her tweet after the? Did you see her tweet after the?
Yeah, it's just to get people talking. She ain't doing shit.
Yeah, but no, I still like the match. I thought it was, like I said, a really fun match. Not the result that I wanted. Was a little disappointed, but that's nothing against Belair. That's just my fandom for Asuka. I think Belair now goes on another like Charlotte type run. Like what girl do you see fucking beating her?
Right now,
My friend
maybe
said that you
Asuka
can compare
again.
her to like Cena's.
Yeah, maybe.
Is
Yeah,
it-
I mean,
yeah,
I don't.
maybe Asuka again. Maybe just when she gets a little bit more aggressive.
I guess you got to go full heel Asuka, maybe, but I don't see it. She's gonna have.
Yeah, and they have nobody right now.
They don't really have anybody that can compete with her unless Charlotte changes brands during the draft, quote unquote draft. That shouldn't exist anymore because it's stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized we should have mentioned Logan Paul in the zip line. They just replayed that.
Oh yeah, doing that Shawn Michaels shit. I give it
Yeah.
3.5.
3 3/4. JP, your thoughts?
I mean, the Belair Asuka match was good. It wasn't. You know, the problem with this is that with Bianca and WrestleMania, it's like you're expecting, like, can she top what she did with her and Becky Lynch like a year ago?
Yeah,
that's
and
the problem.
And it didn't live up to it.
It didn't really live up to it. It kind of was like a little bit of a letdown. You're like, all right.
I wouldn't call it a letdown per se. I get your idea. I wouldn't call it a letdown, but there was a lot of pressure. From the women's match the night before, and then like her stellar match. I think it got 4 3/4, but that was a 5-star match for me last year with Bianca and her.
Yeah, I'd probably give it around 3 and 3, maybe 3.5 3/4. And what in the hell is Seth Rollins wearing?
Seth Rollins. By the way, before we move on, we have to acknowledge the entrances for especially Bianca's entrance. That was a really nice entrance. Especially the little tidbit that the contortionist, the little girl, had her mother die like earlier in the fucking day, and she was there. Like that. That's fucking insanity, dude. Like that
was real sad.
That's tough. Hey, is that the CM Punk shirt that he wore, Matt?
Yes.
You went out and bought it specifically because of that?
As soon as they overturned Roe vs. Wade, I was like,
are you talking about Rollins shades?
Yes.
No, we're talking about Matt.
But yeah, as soon as I had it, I was like, you know what? I got this. So I bought one for me and my spouse.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
You know what? Screw it.
Hey, did you see a video for the Becky Lynch being jealous of Rollins' gear at Mania?
No, I didn't see that.
Like,
I JP, I have no idea what he's wearing. I'm with you. What the fuck? I have no idea. Anyway,
you gotta give it to Rollins. He is consistent with this getup, this gimmick.
Yeah, even if it's annoying, it works.
The best part is it's all part of like a write-off because it's all for work. He gets to write all this off.
That's a hell of a write-off for all those suits and all that getup.
Yeah, you get
especially this coat he's wearing.
Yeah. Did you ever see the BT when they always go buy shoes, Matt and Nick Jackson? They said that because they wear them most times, or they can claim that they wear them during the match, they have it from work. They have a $10,000 a month limit that they can write off for work. So they spend about $10,000 worth of shoes.
Sorry.
Oh boy.
Is he wearing heels or wedges?
Dude, I have no. Did you see his pants?
Yeah, well, it matches the top, but I think he's wearing wedges. Okay, let's move on.
I don't know what you do with Rollins now.
Edge beating Finn Balor. Sorry, before that. The greatest thing ever: Shane breaking his fucking quads.
By the way, speaking of that, we never talked about Pat McAfee versus The Miz.
Oh, we did not.
And that
People were happy. Michael Cole freaked out.
No, people were not happy. I read the opposite, and it made total sense. They wanted to basically take a moment that was really genuine at the Royal Rumble, and that was a really cool moment when he just randomly showed up, and they just want to beat it with a dead horse. They want to repeat it again. You can't recapture that magic.
Yeah,
you can't recapture that magic. Like it's just them trying to.
And Michael Cole was wrong. I hope you watch this, Michael Cole. You're wrong. Yeah. Pat McAfee's not undefeated.
We'll get Corey Graves versus fucking Pat McAfee.
I would like that match.
Yeah, well, Corey's cleared. He just choosing not to wrestle. I guess he wants to get in ring shape again.
But yes, back to Shane tearing his quad.
Yeah,
bro, all the guys, LA Knight, fucking Bobby Lashley,
Bobby
Lashley.
Yeah,
but no, all the guys that you have on the roster that could have given that shit, you gave it to fucking Shane O'Mac.
I was like, this has to be real.
Quad.
That's why I laughed when he tore his quad. I was like, yes.
Yeah, Matt.
I didn't
laugh.
I was like, what the fuck?
Matt message just saying it's the highlight of the show so far.
Yep, I said this is the greatest thing ever.
Who said this?
I did. I said the thing. This
but I hated this. I hated this, bro.
No, but props to Snoop Dogg for improvising just to make the fans happy. So
yeah, props to Snoop Dogg, but Miz now is officially Geek of the Year. He's Geek of the fucking year.
I know. He beat Gargano somehow.
Wait, who? What? Who? What?
No, he beat Gargano and being a fucking geek.
Bro, he's the Geek of the fucking year, JP. JP, you have it on. You have the audio. Can you play it?
I'm on my phone, so I can't.
Here, let me see. I think I can play it. Let me go into the group real quick and scroll up.
Hey, just let y'all know, we do not own the copyrights to the song, so he plays it.
Scroll. Do you think fucking Brian Alvarez is listening to Keki Shop or WrestleMania Showcase?
Yeah,
that's not that, dude. You put this on Facebook. You might just kick this video out. So.
Well, then Brian Alvarez can lick my twat. So
basically, I still gotta scroll. Still gotta scroll a little bit.
You gonna play? It's fine. I don't care, dude.
I gotta keep scrolling. I'm almost there.
You can't search through media or links.
I could have probably, but
no. I mean, I copied it from my iPhone for one of their shows. So.
Yeah, he's got it saved.
Just make
almost there.
Make sure you put the volume up when you play it.
All right.
Oh, it's up. Give me a second. I'm almost there, guys.
We got 2 more matches, pals.
I know. Here it is. Got it. Let's play it, JP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. 10 seconds. That is Miz for the remainder of the year.
Yeah. All right, now let's get to Edge and Finn Balor.
I was disappointed in this heavily.
I hated this.
I just the blood. I understand WWE's policy with blood. I understand like that was a really nasty gash in hindsight.
Can you imagine that they stapled him? They stapled his head during the match.
Props to Finn, but they shouldn't let it flow.
Did you see the after, like the little tear crease he has on his head?
Yeah, dude. Like they should have just let it go.
And shocker, Finn Balor's not here in the show tonight.
Dude, it took me out of it. It took me out of it completely. I like that they painted the cell gray. Not that it was the natural silver, but they painted it a matte gray.
It's not red.
I like that look. I like that they added a platform to the cell. That was unique.
Yeah, we got red chairs and red candlestick.
Yeah, but that
get away from as soon as I saw that, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, that was a turn off. I was like, are you serious?
I zoned out. I was like, nope.
A purple table. A purple table.
Candlestick, red candlestick.
It was why? Why
this isn't a pitch black match. Did Bray Wyatt just go?
Is this a Mountain Dew Code Red match? What the fuck is it?
Code Red, high voltage.
Oh my god!
Pitch black.
Like I said,
when they stopped the match to do the blood, it just killed the entire match.
It did. So. I agreed. I was
I'll give it to them too. They tried hard to bring the crowd back.
Yeah, it's not their fault. It's not Edge and Finn's fault.
It didn't need weapons.
If it was one of their ideas, then shame on them. But every Hell in the Cell needs weapons.
No.
Not fine with the colored weapons.
No,
but I'm fine with
the table and maybe the chair. That's it. They should just be in the T-tool should have each other while using the cage as a weapon. That's it.
But you know what it is when you try to use the cage as a weapon, they're very limited in terms of what can you possibly do.
That's right, but they can also wrestle without the need of kendo sticks, without the need of chair. Just be stiff, be aggressive.
Listen, it's fine
use this
that
around
Edge,
like when
You can't
Undertaker
use
beat
the,
the.
but at the same time, you can't use the cage without blood.
listen,
So you
it's
got to
fine
use
that
the other
Edge,
shit to make up
it's
for it.
it's fine that Edge used the concerto to end this feud. I hope this fucking feud ends already because of
It
what
has to
happened
be
at
over. It has to be
the
over.
extreme and what happened at Extreme Rules. It's fine. I'm fine with the ending. He beat him. Fine, whatever.
Yeah, but like I
So-
agree with you, JP. The fucking blood thing just took me out of the match, and they tried really hard. I didn't mind the weapons. I just didn't like the color weapons. That was silly and not needed whatsoever.
Yeah, and Brood Edge with no Brood. There was nothing Brood about him. New music.
Yeah, like the Slayer intro, the Slayer music was pretty cool. The mask he wore was cool. They fucked up his pyro cue.
What?
Yeah, you didn't see Edge's mask?
No, I'm looking at Rollins. He just stood in the middle of the ring, did the crowd singing the song, and he just
did he grab a new? Did he grab a new wardrobe? What?
No, he is wearing wedges. By the way, he's wearing like platform.
He didn't say a single word in the ring. He just let this crowd sing a song and just says bye.
To the back. To the back.
Where's
No,
Bobby
I mean,
Lashley?
it was a really disappointing thing. Like at this stage, dude, between the fucking stupid Miz spot that I hated, him being a geek, Snoop Dogg and everything, Shane O'Mac, then the disappointment of this match, I was just so taken out of it. I was at this point claiming like fucking Roman and Cody has to be like a 7-star match. Do I see him?
You see Jonah?
Where? Oh, there he is.
Look at Jonah.
He looks like a big red apple. He looks like a big red apple. But no, 2 stars.
2.
I say it's 2 stars. I mean, like I said, it's not their fault.
It's not, and they're gonna get flack, and it's not their fault, and it sucks. But
and then this is up to the point where I sent the message to you guys. And I said, "This goddamn show, if the Gunther match was not on the show, this show sucks."
Yeah,
that's the only thing that saved the show.
We make Angel watch the show, and this happens.
Yeah,
and then I got furious that we had to sit for 15 minutes where they do the good congratulations stuff, Hall of Famers and all that stuff.
They had time to kill because of everything that happened with the 2 matches, bro. I mean,
and I just cried. Can we just get to the main event already? And then we got.
And here's
they're also bringing up the cell. They're cleaning up the ring, all that shit.
Mustafa the Geek Ali, what a shame.
What a geek Mustafa Ali is again.
Yeah. What a shame.
Yeah, I'm sure glad he stayed.
Annoyed.
Before you got on the show, JP, I was mentioning about Mustafa Ali. I was like, he really should go. Like Matt said, go away. And I was like, I don't want him to go away, but he should go to imagine if he went to AEW and he was going for the TNT title. If he went to Impact, going for the X Division title. I'd love Mustafa Ali in Impact. The matches he'd have with Miguel, Bay, Austin, those guys, those type of caliber guys would be absolutely great. And it's a shame that he's just not doing jack shit right now in WWE. But in any case, Matt, let's go on to the.
He's getting his ass kicked by Bobby Lashley again.
Yep, I just seen that.
Good. Roman Reigns.
Let's get to the main
beating Cody Rhodes to retain.
What a fucking shitty ending! What a god awful ending, dude. Like that match.
I don't want to hear you cry about the house of torture anymore. Okay, after watching that match.
Angel made that point, and it made total sense to me. Like, oh, it looks like an evil match. God damn it! I couldn't get the image out of my mind. Absolutely right. It was a fucking evil match toward the end, and it was one of those things where it's like the match up until that point was stellar. It was looking like a 5.25 star match. It's still gonna be a
4.5 star match though. So it's fine.
It still is, yeah.
It is.
I would still give it 4.5 stars, but just man, the near falls again. It looked like more theater. It was a big feel match. That Austin Rock type of feel. I got that vibe early on, And I laughed, by the way, because WWE did a really bad job in terms of pyro. And Cody had mentioned earlier, in the month, I believe, they're like, oh, I'm expecting to have the biggest pyro that's ever been done in pyro. And I'm like, oh, they saved all the budget for this main event, and it was just
they did. You still that fight between Reigns and Cody? They did.
Yeah, and I was like, bro, I wanted more pyro. It's WrestleMania. I get that it's hard to do pyro because of the fact that it's indoors and it's mostly daytime. But like I said, the match was great. I enjoyed the match for the first fucking 30 minutes or so, 25 minutes, whatever it was before all the bullshit ensued. And I was just first off, I had my face when Undertaker lost and the guy had his mouth open. When Cody lost, I was like, dumbfounded.
Were you that guy that sent you guys that TikTok video?
Yeah.
I was dumbstruck. I was absolutely dumbstruck. Like, are you kidding? But
what an absolute waste of time for Bobby Lashley. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but if you want to talk about a waste of time with Cody now, well, you know, like you said, everyone's like, oh, where does Cody go from here? Like, no matter when he wins the belt, it's devalued. That moment is just now.
It's still going to be a big. It's still going to be.
Yeah,
big,
as a thing.
Sure,
As a thing, Dusty would book it the exact same way he just did. That it happened.
Like that was the time. That was the moment.
Yes,
that was when
no.
it needed to happen.
Yes and no.
They say the same thing about Sami Zayn should have been winning in Canada.
I did.
That's the thing. Sami is an underdog. If he wins the belt there, he's not really an underdog anymore. That's the big thing. Like he's not going to have that same momentum after. But I get WrestleMania is supposed to be like that's where the big moments happen, but it's not like that anymore.
Yeah,
it's the big moment when Roman Reigns wins.
But also Cody didn't struggle. He didn't have obstacles like his dad did. Like he was number 30 in the Rumble. He had it easy in the Rumble, being there for 20 minutes while Gunther was breaking the record. Cody had random cold opens with fucking Miz, LA Knight, Ludwig, Chad, and just one big match before, and that was just because I guess Solo.
To be fair on your perspective on that, you put Cody in the matches against all those guys, and then you see the same thing like, well, how many matches has Roman Reigns had since the Elimination Chamber?
As a fact, Roman doesn't need to fight random nobodies. He already conquered people, especially with someone that's that dominant. And for someone who has been that successful as champion, you're not going to beat him on your first try. Yeah. As soon as Cody talked about being undefeated, I knew I had that gut feeling like he's losing. Again, he's like basically taking the easy way. He's just getting wins. There's no struggle for him, and now there is one. There's story. It's practically Cody's fault because he provoked Solo, and this is the consequences of his own actions. And now there's also
they get a big ass receipt with Brock Lesnar in this match.
Oh yes, he will. That was a good swerve, by the way. Real quick, that was a really good swerve that they did at the opening.
Yes.
What did Heyman say? Because he said something about Cody can't get another title shot or whatever. What?
Yeah, he said that
if the team loses, him and his partner will not get the title shot.
Yeah, basically. They said, like, you guys will never get a title shot again. That's why Brock came out, because Brock already lost his title shot in SummerSlam.
It's like, oh well, no. Like, I want one in the future, so I gotta beat it. I gotta beat this guy.
I gotta make sure Cody wins the belt so I can get a title shot.
Obviously, we know Cody and Brock's gonna win. So when do you book this rematch then? You got 4 months to SummerSlam.
I could hold. He can win it at SummerSlam. I feel like the next. I can't get into it. But there's more layers to it now because they don't need Cody being undefeated. Again, like we already had an undefeated guy with Roman. It's just he won the belt. That's it. Story's over. There's more build up now. There'll be more. People got emotionally invested in Cody even when he lost. That's how wrestling was. When they want the babyface to beat the champion. When something happens, yeah, they're angry. But he eventually tries again. It's his dad in a sense. It's Dusty Flair, but in a modern setting. And there's more layers to the Bloodline story now.
What
Bloodline. Overall, Bloodline, they lost. Yeah, Roman won the match, but Usos lost. So there's going to be those cracks in that. Like he's going to figure them very poorly.
Cody called it, Bill, too.
And he's going to, and him and Solo, like he's going to pay more. And again, Solo is going to be something will be the end of the Bloodline. They have faith in Solo.
The end of the Bloodline should be Jacob Fatu.
I highly doubt Jacob Fatu's ever going to WWE.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It should be.
It would be nice, but
sorry, I have to wind up real quick. Sorry,
but no, I still enjoyed the match. I was angry, but at the same time, I get it in the process. I get what they want to do. They want to make it more dramatic. I know sometimes they want one and done, but when that happened to Seth, people turned on him. 3 months, even before Bray.
And that's fine because then you could interject fucking Sammy, you can interject KO in those matches.
And not to cut you guys off, so Roman Reigns asked Heyman, did he know if Brock was going to be there tonight?
Again, like, dude, let it go.
Of course.
Well, because Lesnar's always linked to Heyman, so now you know how paranoid Roman Reigns is.
But Roman won. Like, there's nothing to do in that story anymore, unless he's not paranoid. Again, he's losing confidence. He's losing confidence in his own family, except for Solo.
Solo, a go, camarato.
Yeah. So, yeah. Eventually, I know people want Jay to beat Roman for the belts. Okay, whoever beats Roman for the belts is going to be the top babyface. Someone that's going to have a lengthy reign as a top babyface.
And it should be Cody.
And it's not. It will be Cody, but it's not Jey Uso. It's not Sami Zayn. This not now. Jay should beat Roman in a non-title match because it started with Jay. You can do that and get Solo involved.
Heyman just said right there that they just acknowledged that Lesnar can't challenge for the belt anymore. And he also says now that Lesnar has absolutely nothing to lose. I was like, yep, he does not have nothing to lose.
Yeah, basically. But still, I get your point, Matt. It's well received. That was the time for me.
I get it. But at the same time, there's gonna be more depth in that chase instead of just I had an easy win at the Rumble. I just beat 3 random people and Solo, and I get the belts. I'm undefeated. Now people are gonna be begging for a heel turn in 6 months. He should not be healed for at least a few years.
Who?
Definitely Cody. He should be a babyface for a while. We don't need heels. We need a top babyface, which we do not have.
Big ass.
Talking about? You got Bianca Belair, your top babyface right there.
For the males, damn it.
Shaking my head.
But still, outside of that,
it was a really good match up until then.
Great match. And when we get the bigger match, it'll be bigger. They could sell out SummerSlam with that now, like with an actual build up.
Well, the thing is that they know they could do a stadium show that could sell out. So I'm pretty sure we'll probably have that at a stadium show.
If he didn't win it there, I think he should win it in Madison Square Garden. I don't know when they'll do a Madison Square Garden show. He should win it in Madison Square Garden.
Just do it. How about this? Just do it Money in the Bank, and then when Cody wins, have somebody else run into and beat Cody for the belt. And there you go.
That would probably be Seth if he wins it.
Oh my God!
Then the chase starts all over again.
Oh my God in heaven!
Hey, don't give me that, dude. Hey, you remember when Bryan Danielson won the WWE title and how long he held that belt for the first time?
2 weeks.
No, not that.
Oh, no, not that one. Okay, yeah.
The SummerSlam one where he beat Cena.
5 minutes, yeah.
So don't give me that because he chased the belt again and won it at Mania, which made it bigger.
Well, yeah. Again, there's more layers to Bloodline now. You have a motivated Cody. That's hard time, Daddy. That's what it is.
Hey, Bella, you're gonna see who's the next challenger for Bianca Belair.
Hard times. What about Bianca?
This is another one too because she's beating everyone. So we find out who the next challenger is.
Alexa Bliss.
No, she's still recovering. Hopefully, she recovers soon.
Yes, her
skin cancer.
I'm gonna turn the show off if Chelsea Green shows up on my screen. I will seriously turn the show off.
I will join you. Chelsea Green is another waste of fucking signing.
No, I knew she was gonna be a comedy character. I did not expect to be a serious. Plus.
Who is it?
JP, what about JP? What if it's Emma? What if it's Emma?
Rhea Ripley?
Oh, they're unified?
How about that? Here comes Rhea Ripley.
Either going to unify them and get one women's title because there's not enough top competitors.
They should do that. They should.
Yeah, you're going to go with the whole unification
all the
thing.
Belts.
Yeah,
they should do that. Definitely tag. Definitely women. No women's tag.
By the way, let's go with this storyline here. You remember when Rhea Ripley won a top contenders match for the Raw Women's title, and then she got hurt, and then still never got her title shot?
Yeah, that's right.
So I could probably go with that.
That's fair. I would love to get. If we weren't recording, I'd definitely listen to this promo.
Well, we're just about done. So.
Well, we have one more thing to talk about. I did want to.
I
did want to stress the major announcement that was done this morning. WWE is being acquired by Endeavor Media which is the parent company of the UFC, a $21 billion new publicly traded company, will be formed as a result that unifies UFC and WWE under one unified banner.
That means Vince McMahon's sticking around, boys and girls.
With the caveat that Vince McMahon is the executive chairperson of this new unified company. First off, kudos to Vince McMahon for getting $9 billion on a $5 billion product and remaining in charge.
Kudos to Vince McMahon. These are words I thought I want to hear.
I mean, dude, that you got to admit, that's pretty goddamn ingenious for the son of a bitch, you know?
Yep,
You got $4 billion more.
And paid everyone back.
And paid $17 million for all the paralegals and other people that he's abused.
Sorry. This is the Raw after Mania, right?
Yeah.
So Rhea Ripley is the baby face in this possible feud here. Okay, I got it. All right.
Yeah, because people like Bianca, but they're not.
The crowd's chanting Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, Rhea's a bona fide superstar.
Yeah, they had to pick between the two of them. They're gonna pick Rhea.
And right now, I said, Buddy Matthews is the real winner.
Oh so. Yeah, you know he dicked her the fuck down when they got back. Straight up, pipe that girl. But no, back to the highlight. The reason why I wanted to bring this up, let me bring this up. Let me actually get you guys' thoughts. What are you guys' thoughts on the merger and what's next?
I mean, my comments. I'm not paying $70 for a pay-per-view, so that's my comment there.
They would have to cut down pay-per-views like maybe 6 in a year.
They should do what AEW does and probably put like maybe 4, the top 4. Who the hell's coming out now? Who the hell is this?
You love
Jay Whiter.
Jay Whiter.
Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez.
Oh, I don't care then.
Oh, they're gonna do a tag match with the two girls now. Okay. Anyway,
right, yeah.
Raw
rolls on.
So there's a couple points that I really wanted to make because I know you guys watch UFC, but not to the level that I do. And Angel and I talked about it ad nauseum basically in the chat, and so did Zach to a certain extent. But this is not a good thing for the fans. It's a great thing for the product in terms of what's going to occur because Endeavor is 100% about the bottom dollar. And the biggest criticisms that the UFC continuously faces is the fact that they make year after year record breaking money and they do nothing for the fighters. And on top of that, they screw the fans over. Since before the UFC was bought by Endeavor, their pay-per-views are $49.99. The pay-per-views and the shows were less in frequency, but more stacked in terms of value and in terms of production. The shows were better off prior to that. Since then, like I said, the shows went up from $49.99 to now $79.99. The shows, they're in more frequency for the fans, although less stacked, less quality. On top of that, one of the big things is going to be the live aspect of it, going to live shows. You can more or less guarantee that you're going to be spending big dollars for all the stadium shows or for the big 4 shows, your SummerSlam, your Survivor Series, your WrestleMania, and your Royal Rumble. Those are always big money events, right? Rightly so. Right. But with the UFC in particular, the UFC has now grown into a habit of continuously pricing their live events to such a high level that it doesn't add up for a normal consumer to be able to attend those events. For example, I wanted to go to UFC 288 in May in New Jersey, and for a nosebleed seat, it was $250 for a show that, although the main card is looking good, again, with the lack of quality, you're not going to get that same value. And so I think this is going to be really bad for fans from the aspect of that the prices are going to go up. And they've mentioned already in the past that they're not going to be looking to change that anytime soon. The deal with Peacock runs through 2026. So you've got another few years where you don't really have to worry about at least the pay-per-view piece of aspect of that. But in terms of the live production, I don't think that's going to go well. I think that the value and the ticket prices are going to skyrocket. Another thing specifically is in regards to the wrestlers. The wrestlers, they have a lot of set things, and I think that'll remain to a certain extent. But because they are so focused on the bottom dollar, I feel you're going to see more releases. You're going to see talent signed for lesser money, and you're going to see a wider gap, perhaps. Like, you're going to have your top guys like your Romans, your Codys, and they're going to be making money hand over fist. They will benefit tremendously from this acquisition. But the lower tier guys, your bottom rung guys, your lower level guys, They will not. You're going to see guys get cut more frequently, sign for less money, and they just have to accept it. Meanwhile, the company is going to be making record-breaking profit after record-breaking profit, and they've already been doing that in this current iteration of WWE prior to the sale, and it's going to continue to skyrocket up, but it's not going to translate. I think that's the biggest thing from that aspect, is that money that they make will not translate back to the performers. It will only go toward the company, go toward perhaps production to a certain value, and that it's like it's a circle basically. The more you put into production, the more you provide like interest in your product, the more people clamor to go see it live because they want to be part of this spectacle that you see. But because of that, they get to charge a premium, and over the course of time, with the way that they are, that's not going to be good for fans. And granted, you're going to have fans that are the WWE loyalists that are going to be there 100%, eat the crow, eat the shit, pay the money, shell big dollars because they love the product that bad. But in terms of the average fan, I don't think that that's going to help them in the long run, and it'll be very damaging from that aspect. And those are like the really core pieces that I wanted to like really point out for people that are unfamiliar with Endeavor and unfamiliar with the process that the UFC has taken from a fan perspective and from a fighter perspective, that really to me are the more glaring pieces. Not so much that Vince is in charge, not so much that you're going to have this new mega conglomerate. It's all the other auxiliary factors that are going to basically domino down for the next few years. And you know, maybe we're wrong on that, but that's just my initial projection that I wanted to really highlight and stress to everybody.
All I gotta say real quick is that you just mentioned the contracts and all that. I like this Cody getting ready. You mentioned the contracts and all. The real big test basically is going to come sooner than later. Because Drew McIntyre's contract is about to be coming up, so we will see what's going to happen now. If he's going to stay, or is he going to head back to the, I guess, back to the independents, or he's going to AEW or whatever. So
it would be AEW, dude. I think he's at that level where he's going to AEW. If he wants to have a big match for like the stars and for the sake of having it, he can go to New Japan, have his matches with Okada and with those type of fellows, and that'll be fabulous.
This will be the big test that you're talking about regarding the contracts, because now they're gonna be not offering that big money contracts no more.
Yeah, because you know it depends on how they're gonna look at that, because you're gonna have Drew. Drew is somewhat of a draw. He's not a major draw, but he's not a nobody. Drew constantly performs consistently in the ring. He's hardly ever injured. He's always very dependable, right? Yep. But from that aspect, you know, where do you value him? And it's a shame for Drew, because Drew was one of the key backbones of WWE during the pandemic era, he didn't get a fair shake during his time as champion due to the limitations that were imposed across the world. So, you know, do you give him credit for that, like most regular fans and people that are his fans would? Or do you hold that against him because of the fact that he couldn't perform, he couldn't bring you the same level of money that a Roman could, or like, you know, somebody like an Orton?
That's the thing. The people were behind him when we had crowds, especially Bobby got when he eliminated Brock at the Rumble. He definitely could have. The fans definitely would have been behind him, and that's unfortunately the pandemic happened, and now it's just we'll never know now.
Yeah,
I finally went to sleep, so it's a sign for me now because I have to get off.
No, you're good, dude. We're about done anyway. Basically, I covered everything I wanted to cover. Matt, do you have anything else you want to cover before we disconnect?
Yeah, that's really about it.
Eddie Kingston should have won. That's the only thing I gotta say. That's it.
I'm not crazy about Endeavor. And for all the reasons you said, but it's just more of we gotta see what happens, because it just happened today. Yeah, we gotta see. For all we know, we could be wrong. We could be overthinking.
Well, it's projected to complete and close, and everything's supposed to happen by.
I'm saying like we don't know the changes they're gonna do. We don't know what.
Yeah, it's gonna be progressive. There's not gonna be rapid shifts. This is gonna be something.
We probably won't know for like months.
Well, the acquisition is supposed to close at the end of Q2, which is basically June. So that's when everything is supposed to be completed at that point. And then all the other stuff that we're mentioning is going to be stuff that happens, like you said, over months and in particular years. It's going to be at least maybe like a year before we start seeing any sort of ramifications that are to the significance that you and I laid out. So
now it's just basically we're just going to look for who's staying, who's going, who they cut.
Yeah. And there's going to be a lot of influx.
Drew McIntyre will be the first test, because then if he's gone, the domino will slowly start falling from there.
Something that just dawned on me as well, that I wanted to ask you guys and bring it up really quick before we go. What do you guys think happens with AEW? Do you think that they look to have some sort of mega merger with some sort of similar media conglomerate?
Well, knowing Tony Khan and how defensive he is about his own product,
yeah.
Who knows? But this might actually affect that FTR thing too. This merger here.
Yeah, and especially with Vince saying that he's basically going to be the head of creative. So I laugh because I laugh at this remark I saw on Twitter, but it makes so much sense. It says, so basically Vince is going to be the one doing the creative and he expects Triple H to enforce it. That's going to go over well.
Oh, yeah.
No, Triple H has the final say. So
no, Vince does because he said high level. High level.
He's going to have the high level stuff. Triple H, everything else.
Yeah, so
basically means that Vince controls the world title pictures, like what's basically going on.
Indeed.
All right. Well, I gotta go,
see what happens.
Gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Thank you for stopping by, JP. Appreciate you, man.
No problem.
We'll do it again next time with Zach.
Yep.
You can see.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Peace out.
Night.
Toodles, JP. All right, Matt.
Adios.
You want to go ahead?
Again, for the people complaining about Cody, if you could wait a year for Heyman to go after Kenny, but all he did was drink and hang out with Dark Order, you can wait a few months.
Yeah, but that was also built up over,
not with Dark Order.
The Dark Order, yeah, I know.
That's okay. That's my fact that all he did was sulk and drink while hanging out with jobbers.
Hey, but something that it relates to people. People can relate to that. You go through a depressive stage, you drink and you sulk, and you probably hang around a bad crowd.
I get it, but again, if they wait for something that silly, they could wait a few months for Cody Roman.
Yeah,
that's really it. That's
I just for me, like I said, that is.
It's like when Naito got the main event, he lost.
And it devalued it. To me, like
that's a bit more. That was his goal. He was satisfied with the goal. Now he had a new goal, and that was to unify the belts. Now he got a taste of Tokyo Dome main event. Now he wants to win it, and he did the next time.
It's still he should have won it the first time. I get your point. I understand it. It's a valid point. You're not wrong, but
because it got people emotionally invested. I was like, God damn it, motherfucker! Why? That's how wrestling used to be.
I'm not the biggest fan. I understand it makes logical sense. It's just not the way I like to consume the product. But I'm only one individual, and even though there's a populace of people that think similar to me, there's also the populace that's probably a greater populace.
And they have AEW. So
yeah, that's true. So all right, Matt.
That's really it. If you can wait for one, you can wait for another. Just sometimes I gotta let it play out, except for Bray Wyatt because he doesn't deliver. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining us in this random Keki Shop of WrestleMania.
We'd love to hear from you guys. If you guys, but this is normally something that Mark does. Mark Regelich, he normally does this type of stuff, and he probably will do his own WrestleMania review with his homies.
Yep.
But this is just something that Matt and I wanted to do. We wanted to share it with the group and give a little bit of a voice to some of our friends from that aspect. So if you guys like hearing this, though, I've heard from a couple people that would love to hear a wrestling podcast. From myself at least, and having you and having some of the other people that I know, right. I think that would be an avenue that we could do. I know Sean
here and there,
in the past, like hey, just don't burn yourself out. You can do as much podcast as you want, really, but just don't burn yourself out. So this isn't something we're going to do too often. I like this idea though. I think we may do these Keki shops for the major shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're probably thinking we may do what do you think? You may be a double or nothing. Or are we going to
wait? Let's see how the card is.
That's fair.
If not, then Forbidden Door.
Yeah, and then SummerSlam.
Yep.
So I think that's probably the plan, guys. You'll see more of these random wrestling Keki shops. I know it's not necessarily an anime thing, as you guys know us for, but it is something that Matt and I both thoroughly enjoy. Besides watching anime, we both enjoy watching professional wrestling, and I do honestly, mean that when I said at the beginning, like I hope this gives you a little bit more depth to us in terms
about
of
about us. What else we like that's not just anime?
Basically, besides anime, what do we like? Wrestling, drinking, fucking.
Yep.
Those type of things,
and other shows that are not anime.
You do that far more. I'm only watching Mandalorian. That's really it.
Yeah.
Honest to God, if it's not wrestling, boxing, MMA, football, basketball.
So if it's not a sport,
It's not a sport. If it's not wrestling, if it's not anime, I watch like Marvel stuff. You know what I mean? I gotta watch John Wick. I gotta watch 4. I binged 2 and 3.
Yeah. I had to wait for my spouse to actually watch the 1, 2, and 3.
She has not. They have not.
They have not.
Oh man, fuck.
Like damn it! If that's the case, I would have been watching.
I watched 1 a while ago, and then I spent a couple weekends ago. I watched 2 and 3, and I was just in awe. I was like, "This is fucking awesome! This is peak male fucking entertainment." This is John Wick.
Oh yeah, this is greatest action films ever.
This is the best toxic masculinity type of fucking movie with the most untoxic masculine man.
Yep, Keanu Reeves.
Sweetheart.
That's right.
Keanu Reeves is a sweetheart. Yes. Anyway,
all right, guys. Again, it was fun. We will do this again soon. Again, we'll see you guys Thursday. Take care.
Hey, no. We normally do fucking plugs. I guess I'll do the plugs today since you fucking, want to
keep in the low. Fine, let's do it.
Keep in the plugs. You can follow him on Twitter at DamienPhoenix12. You can follow me on Twitter at SHOSTOPPA24, Showstopper24. You can follow my anime Instagram at AI_anime24. You can follow my podcast Instagram at podcast.senpai. You can follow us both on Instagram and Twitter at Talk the Keki for our weekly shows. Again, as Matt mentioned at the top of the program, Thursday we will be recording with Starman for our much anticipated seasonal reviews and Talk the Keki Awards. Very much looking forward to that with my brother. And again, as we've mentioned in the past, all of our socials have link trees. You can follow Matt and myself in terms of our other endeavors. Shout out to my boy Andy with the MMA from Marks podcast. I believe we're still on to record tomorrow night, so look forward to that as we go over the latest and greatest in MMA news. Definitely will basically repeat all my points that I mentioned earlier on that show tomorrow, given Endeavor and UFC and what that may mean from the UFC's perspective. That's probably where we'll dive in from there. Other than that, also thank you to Sean, our editor at W2M Network. Definitely appreciate him allowing us to do this and use his channel to be able to have our little bit of fun and joy over here. I assume you're going to talk to Chair Shot about maybe getting this out as well for there.
Yeah, I'll let them know that we did this if they want to put it in. But cool. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Shout out to them as well for hosting us.
Yes.
Again, it was a fun little experiment. We will definitely do this again soon.
Yes,
indeed. More different variety of us.
Yes, and indeed, you'll be able to catch this show live on, or if you're watching now live, you would have seen it on YouTube and Twitch. The show will be out hopefully sometime midweek or toward the end of the week on wherever you get your local podcast, whether that be Apple, iHeart, Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to us, wherever you want to consume us, you'll be able to find us there and listen to the program. That and so much more with Talk to Keki and Keki Shop. And I can't say that we ate cake because we didn't really eat cake.
Well, we're gonna eat plenty of cake Thursday.
Oh yes, we're going to be fucking cake.
Diabetic coma again.
Cake comas we're gonna be in by the time we're done with that.
But again, take care, guys. We'll see you in a couple of days.
Sayonara, anato fuck you, and sayonara again.
Yeah, arigato, nato fuck you, and sayonara, baby.
Sayonara, minasan.
Bye bye.
Welcome to Talk the Keki, not an